This is the complete Blast airdrop guide that's going to show you everything from how to sign up for the airdrop all the way to getting the maximum amount of airdrop allocation before this airdrop ends at the end of May. And if you're asking if you have enough time left to farm this airdrop, which I get asked a lot, the answer is yes. You have 3 full weeks left to farm this thing. Step number 1 is go to blast.matscrypto.com. That's going to bring you to this page, which is the Blast airdrop page. It will automatically put this invite code in. This is the code to join my team. If for some reason you can't get to blast.matscrypto.com, link down below, card up here, just go to blast.io and put in UN0DZ. That is what you need to get in to join my team. Then you'll click redeem invite code and you will sign up with your Twitter, your Discord, and connect your wallet. Step number 2 is to go over to the bridge tab right up here and bridge some ETH or one of these other tokens from Ethereum mainnet over to Blast. Blast is a layer 2, which means it is on top of Ethereum, and you're gonna need to take the ETH you have or the USDC that you have on Ethereum mainnet and bridge it over to Blast L2 so that you can use it on Blast's ecosystem and all the different dApps we're gonna talk about in this video. You can bridge however much or little you want to. It's totally up to you. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but just know that whatever amount you bridge, you will get back. This is not going to take your ETH and burn it all, or you're never going to see it again. You will get this ETH back. For the most part, it's possible you can even get more ETH back than what you put into Blast here because you're simply bridging it from one chain to another. You're not spending it. You're just putting it on a different chain. So this is not financial advice, but you will most likely get back all of what you put in or very nearly all of it, depending on how you choose to interact in the ecosystem. The next step is to come over to the Blast airdrop dashboard, and this is the dashboard right here. On the left side, you'll see how much money you've bridged. You can see the ETH and the USDB that I've bridged over to Blast. You can see our multiplier right here is 12x, and we'll talk about how to get all 12 of those multipliers in this video. You can skip ahead to the chapters if you want to see those specifically. Over here, you're going to see the amount of points that you have. This, as you can see, is going to go up every single hour. So every single second you have money bridged to Blast, right? Whatever you've put on here, you are immediately going to earn points. That means if you wanted to bridge money over to Blast and just do absolutely nothing else until the end of May, you would get points for this airdrop, and these points will convert to Blast tokens at the end of the airdrop at the end of May. So you could do absolutely nothing other than keep your ETH on Blast on the chain and earn points that way. But if you want to do a bit more and be a bit more aggressive to farm more things like gold here, which is also going to give you more airdrop allocation, keep watching. Gold right here can only be achieved through interacting in the ecosystem and using different dApps. So the points we're going to get for holding ETH and holding funds on Blast's layer 2 constantly, and we'll get a certain amount of points every hour based on how many multipliers and how much money we have bridged. But Blast Gold, which you can see is also worth a lot. Right now, this is worth about 150 million points, the 4,000 gold I have. So each gold is worth a lot more than the points are. Those can only be achieved through the ecosystem and interacting in the Blast dApps. What we want to do is maximize the amount of points and the amount of gold we can get, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. Scrolling down here, we can see this is the dApp leaderboard. You're going to be able to see all of the different dApps, how much gold they've gotten, how much points they've gotten, and how much you've earned from each of them respectively. So you can see right here for Insert, I've actually earned 1.4 million points and 107 gold, which is quite a lot. You can also see how much of the gold and points that each app distributes to the users. You want them to distribute all of it because if you interact with the dApp, you'll get all of that kickback from however much activity you spend on that dApp. The next tab here is the multipliers tab, and you can see right here, these are all the multipliers I have. I have spot DEX, perp DEX, NFT Fi, social Fi, and both jackpot multipliers. Each one of these is going to require you to do one thing, and you'll get a 2x multiplier for both the points that you have currently and how many points you earn per hour. So it's really important that we get these multipliers, and I'll show you guys how to do all of these, or you can skip ahead to those chapters down below one by one to see how to do each of them. The next tab is the gold jackpot, but we'll talk about that in just a second. And then the last tab here is invites. You can get your own invite referral code here by going to this tab once you've signed up. You can invite your friends and you will earn a small percentage of whatever gold and points that they earn as well. Okay, let's go through each one of these multipliers. The first one is spot dexes. So what we need to do is go over to the DApp leaderboard and you're gonna see under type right here, we need to find a spot dex. So right here, we can see that ambient is a spot dex. We scroll down some more. Blaster is also a spot dex. Ring, Mangrove, all spot dexes. Now, personally, I think the most important spot dex on Blast is Thruster Finance, and it's actually the first one listed right here. You can see that they've distributed 104 billion points. That means a lot of people have used Thruster, and for that reason, I think it's probably the most trusted one. It's also native to Blast, so this is the one we're gonna use. We're gonna click on @ThrusterFi. This is gonna bring us over to the ThrusterFi Twitter, and from there we can actually click on thruster.finance. On Thruster, the first thing you need to do is go over and connect your wallet. So you can choose any amount you want to swap. I'll do 0.05 ETH, but the good news is no matter how big of an account you have, you don't have to swap a bunch of money to qualify for the multipliers. So we're gonna do a small amount, about 200 bucks. We're gonna swap from Ethereum into Juice. We'll see the swap overview right here. Make sure the numbers are roughly the same so you're not losing a bunch of money for some reason. Just make sure everything checks out all right. We'll go ahead and then click swap. Then we'll approve that transaction. We'll wait for the swap to happen, and luckily this one was very quick. So there you go, swap submitted. We have swapped ETH to Juice on Thruster Finance. It's app.thruster.finance. I'll leave all these links in the description down below so you know exactly where to go. Okay, we had to wait a few minutes, but you can see right here, we actually earned the 2x multiplier for doing that swap over on the Blast dashboard. If you scroll up, we can see we now have a 2x multiplier. Okay, step 2 here is to go over to a perp dex and do that multiplier to get another 2x on all of our points. So we'll click on this here and you can see we need to use a perp dex to increase our points, use a featured perp dex with any amount of capital to earn the multiplier. So again, does not matter how much we put in here. You can use a very small amount, doesn't matter. If we scroll down, we can see all of the options we have here, and I'm going to choose Wasabi Protocol. It's one of the ones I've seen other people use and it seems safe so far. Okay, then we're gonna come over to wasabi.xyz. I'm gonna show you guys that you don't need to spend almost anything doing these to earn the multipliers. We're gonna go over here under trade and we're going to select ETH/USDB. You can choose any of these. We already swapped in the Juice. So if you want to do the Juice pair, you can, but I'm going to keep it really simple and just use ETH. We're going to go 0.01 ETH and we're going to drag the leverage all the way down as low as it goes to 1.1. So this is going to be $38 worth of Ethereum right now. It's going to prompt us to sign a transaction from our wallets. And then it's going to open our long position, which is a perpetual trade. Now, I highly recommend to not mess around with high leverage here, or don't do anything that you wouldn't normally already do. This is purely to get the multiplier redeemed. That's the only reason we're doing this here. The transaction has confirmed. You can see right here, our active positions are 1.1 long on ETH, and you can see the profit and loss is essentially nothing, basically just the fees we paid, and that's it. That should qualify us for the 2x multiplier. Once we do have that multiplier approved in our dashboard, we can come back over to Wasabi right here, and we can go and click this button right here that says close to close the position. If you want to keep it open, you can, but I personally plan to close mine as soon as we qualify for that multiplier. Okay, popping back over to our dashboard, we can see right here that we have gained the 2x multiplier for the perp dex. The next multiplier is NFTFi, and for this one, we need to go and trade or bid on an NFT. I personally recommend using Blur because Blur is also made by Pac-Man, who makes Blast, and they've integrated Blast on Blur quite well. Blur is one of the main NFT sites, so we can know and trust it. And even though there aren't a lot of collections yet, you can basically just go on here. You're going to click on this section right here. You'll click on Pool Balance. You'll click Add Funds to Pool. You'll add whatever amount you want to your pool and you'll click Add to Pool. Then you'll see your pool balance right here. It will pop up with the amount of ETH you just put in there. Then we'll come over to collections and click on any of these collections. For this example, I'll use Blast Penguin. Then we'll go over to the bids tab right here, and then we'll go ahead and click place collection bid. We'll put the bid price of 0.01 or whatever amount you want to, but it has to be in multiples of 0.01. We'll click confirm bid. We'll approve the transaction in our wallet, and there we go. We have placed our bid. You can always check your bids right up here where it says your bids, and it'll bring you over to all the bids you have. And you can see right here, this is the one we just placed, the 0.01 bid. Once you've done that, you can click cancel bid, it will automatically cancel the bid. And when you come back over here, you should within a few minutes have the NFT-Fi multiplier enabled. All you need to do is place a bid on an NFT in Blur. Now, if you want to actually go ahead and buy and sell NFTs, you can. At the end of the video, I'll tell you guys how I'm farming on Blur right now, because there is in fact 2 million blast gold being given away for farming on Blur, but we'll get to that towards the end of the video. Click on that chapter if you want to check that out right now. The next multiplier here is SocialFi, and my SocialFi choice is District 1. Now, I made a full video on this, and if you want to look into how all of this works, it's a lot. There's a lot going on here that you can do, and there is some really great ways to farm gold here as well. So click on that video right up here if you want to see the full tutorial. But the simple way to get the multiplier is to come over here and click this button that says Prime, and then under Prime, you're gonna have the ability to vote for different spaces and different groups within District 1. You can see right here, I already voted for Pac Moon, also voted for Blast Gold. You can vote for any of these that you want. It will be a simple little button over here that says vote. You'll click on vote and that's it. You will automatically get 500 gems, which you'll learn about in the other video if you watch it. But simply that will be enough to have your SocialFi interaction and give you this multiplier right here. If you want to take it a step further, you can also go to survival and vote for 3 more here, which will give you 500 more gems per vote you make every single 24 hours here as well. And if you want to earn more gold, you can see right here that the amount of gems we have is going to equate to how much gold we can get when the airdrop happens. And so if you want to get those every single day, a way to get 3,000 gems is to go and just vote on Prime and on survival every 24 hours. It's literally clicking 3 buttons. It will get you the multiplier, and it's going to get you a lot of gems towards getting more gold. Okay, the last 2 multipliers that are revealed so far are the jackpot multipliers. One is NFT and one is token. And the way that these work is you need to have an NFT in your wallet, and you need to have a token other than ETH or USDB in your wallet for these to work. Once you have those, you're gonna come over to the gold jackpot tab and see that this is the jackpot that's going on 24/7 for Blast Gold. This jackpot number goes up and up and up constantly. Every single block there is technically a jackpot drawing. And you can see right here, most of them are not going to win. But every once in a while, you can see right here, these 3 winners have won so far: Pac Moon, Fantasy, and Big. These are all tokens that have won a part of the jackpot. So Pac Moon, you can see right here, won 376,000 gold, which was 34% of the jackpot at the time. And because I had Pac Moon in my wallet and in my deck on Blast's UI, I actually got a portion of that proportional to whatever amount of Pac Moon tokens I had amongst everyone else who hold them. So I got 54.46 gold, which is a lot of gold. With current estimates, that's worth about $550 worth of gold. So that one's really great. Unfortunately, I didn't win either of the next 2 because I didn't have my fantasy wallet set up here yet, and I didn't hold any big tokens at the time that that jackpot was drawn. So this is gonna keep going. And what you need to do is you need to put 8 different tokens or NFTs in your deck here. So we can see I have Pac Moon, I have Blastopians, we have this Ole token, Juice, Andy, Blast Penguins, Pac Rect, and Mint tokens. If you don't have any tokens in here to start, what you'll do is click on Add Token or NFT to Deck, and it's gonna show you all the tokens you have in your wallet. It's also gonna show you all the NFTs you have in your wallet. So if you don't have any NFTs you've bought yet, or if you don't hold any other tokens other than USDB or ETH, you're gonna wanna go over to Thruster Finance again, or over to Blur and buy an NFT or buy a token that you think could be one of the next ones to win the jackpot. Then you'll come back here, click Add Token, and you'll go ahead and select the token or NFT that you wanna add to your deck. There's only 8 slots, so you can only add 8 different tokens or NFTs to your deck, and it has to be in here at the time that the jackpot is pulled for you to win part of that jackpot. So for these 2 multipliers right here, you need to have an NFT in your jackpot deck to get that multiplier turned on. And likewise, you need to have a token in your jackpot deck to have that multiplier go on as well. What you could do if you just want to get the multipliers is buy a token, buy an NFT, go over here, put it in your deck, and then get those to turn on. Once they're on, they will stay on no matter what you have in your deck. You can then remove them from your deck and go ahead and sell them right away if you wanted to. But I personally think that this gold jackpot is so lucrative and there's so much gold to be won here that it's really important that you're maximizing what you have in here and making your best bets for what you think the next jackpot winner could be. If we click on learn more and click on does every token and NFT have the same chance of winning, you'll see the criteria that they have for which tokens or NFTs will win. And right now we can see that in general, tokens have higher odds than NFTs. So it's safe to say we want to have more tokens in our deck than we do NFTs at the moment. Different tokens and NFTs will have different weights. The factors are the holders who added the asset to their deck. More holders is better. Total number of holders, tokenomics and distribution, community engagement, community growth, social strength, market cap, liquidity, how new a token is, NFTs, artwork, and general collective quality effort are also considered, and other undisclosed factors. So generally speaking, we want to have tokens. We want to have tokens that are decentralized, that have a lot of different holders, a large number of holders spread across multiple people, different wallets, a bigger market cap, and a lot of people talking about it on socials, things like Twitter, Discord, and District 1. Those are the main factors. And we can see right here that PacMoon is definitely the #1 pick, and it just so happened that PacMoon was the first jackpot winner, and it won a huge jackpot, 34% of the jackpot. Then Fantasy, which has also been super popular lately. I made a video on that right here. If you haven't caught that one yet, go watch it. You don't want to miss Fantasy. We've won a bunch of stuff there, and it also won the second jackpot. The third one was Big. This is the smallest token by far, but it only won 6% of the jackpot. All three of these are tokens so far. So my thought process is I do have some tokens, right? I have Juice, PacMoon, Open Leverage token, which is basically powering District 1 right now, Andy, which is another meme coin, and Mint token, but I also do have 3 NFTs, Blastopians, Blast Penguin, and Pack Rect. Because as we can see right here over on Blur, Blastopians, Blast Penguin, and Pack Rect are some of the most popular, reasonably priced NFTs that are being traded right now, right? They have the highest volume in the last 7 days. And if we go to owners, we can see that Blast Penguin has the most owners at 1495, which is 45% spread out. Blastopians has 1121, and Pack Rect has only 891. So I do think that the best bet for the next NFT to be picked would be Blast Penguin. You can see Pluto Cats here only has 239 holders, so it's not very distributed. Even though it has a lot of volume, there's not a lot of people that hold it. So I don't think that they would pick that for the jackpot. I do think Blast Penguin's the most likely, and Blastopians is also a very strong chance of being picked next. And so I have both of those in here. I also have Pack Rect in there just in case, because I do think that an NFT will be picked sooner or later. And I do have most of the top tokens right now. Juice, I think, is a really good bet. PacMoon and Andy, I also think are really good bets to be in the jackpot for the next jackpot pulling. So what you want to do is come over here and fill out all of your deck here with whatever you can, whatever you think are the best tokens and NFTs to hold. Now, if you want to interact with other dApps or go to Blur and buy stuff or go and buy a random coin and you don't want to use your main wallet, what you can do here is you can click this linked wallets button. And that's going to allow you to link different wallets right over here. You can see all of your wallet addresses right over here in the left. And whatever wallets you link to your main account is going to share that multiplier. So in our case, because we have that 12x multiplier, because we just got all of those multipliers, we're going to get to share that multiplier across all of our wallets. We don't have to do that multiplier task every single time on a new wallet. As long as we link it to our main wallet, all of these will get that multiplier. And what we can do then is we can actually use a burner wallet or a different wallet that's not our main wallet to go and do all these interactions on these new dApps that we may not have used before, just in case we want to be a little extra safe. So you can do that. You can see here, I have 5 different wallets. They all have a different amount of points and gold, and that's because I've used them for different things. But it's safe to say that if you wanted to use multiple wallets and link them all together, this is the way to do it. You'll come over here, you'll click link wallet, and it's going to show you exactly how to do it. You basically just go over on your MetaMask, open up the wallet you want to connect, and click connect wallet. Then you'll sign a transaction and it will automatically link it to the main wallet you've signed in with first. As you can see right here, Fantasy was the second jackpot winner, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win the jackpot again at some point in the next couple weeks. So in order to get your Fantasy cards over here to your deck on Blast, it's a little bit more involved than just buying the token on Thruster or buying an NFT on Blur. So let me show you how to do that real quick. We'll come over to our account on fantasy.top. I'll leave a link down below. And if you haven't joined this yet, you can join with the invite code MattCabuzio. You will need an invite code to join Fantasy Top because at the moment you can't get in without one. So definitely watch that video if you haven't already. But if you want to just do this quickly, you can go over, sign into your account, fund your wallet, and it's going to be a new wallet on Fantasy Top. Once you've made your Fantasy Top account, you're going to click on this button right up here, which is your account. And then you'll click under security, and then you'll click export wallet. Once you click export wallet, it's gonna pop up with your private seed phrase. This means you can copy that seed phrase that you see on screen, don't show it to anyone else. You can then go ahead and import it to your MetaMask wallet and you'll get full control of the wallet that they've made for you on Fantasy Top. Then what you can do is go to profile and all of the cards you have right here, all 16 cards should show up on your wallet. Then when you go to your Blast dashboard under your new fantasy wallet that's on your MetaMask account and you've signed in, you can click add token and you go to NFTs and you'll see that the fantasy cards are right here. It says 16 fantasy. You'll see it says 16 fantasy and that's because we have 16 cards right here under that wallet. So if you want to go and add your fantasy cards to your Blast Jackpot card deck, you'll need to export your wallet and then go over to your dashboard under that same wallet and add your fantasy cards under the NFT section. Okay, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you comment down below Blast airdrop season because you are a real one and you're about to earn way more Blast gold than anyone else that watched this video because they didn't make it this far. This is my Blur farming strategy. Now, as I said earlier, they are giving away 2 million Blast gold just in 1 month. That's 66,666 gold per day on Blur for people who are actively trading NFTs on Blast, okay? Just for some context here, the volume in 7 days is a lot, but the amount of owners here, look how many people own, 239, 1,100, 1,400. There's not a lot of people doing this. There are some whales that are going crazy in here because they know how much this gold is worth. But for the common person, they're not gonna go crazy with this. If you go and farm this like I am, I gotta believe there's gonna be at least 50 to several hundred gold per user who just interacts, buys, sells, and bids on some NFTs here. Now, the goal of the game here, you can see my portfolio, my unrealized profit and loss, I'm basically dead break even. And I have a significant amount of NFTs in my wallet right now. And if we look at my history, I have quite a few buys and sells over the last week or so. That's because I've been trying to farm this and get as much volume in as I can because even though they're not showing it right now, you're gonna get points and you're going to get gold at the end of this. So what I'm doing is each day I come on here and I do 3 things. I go to collections and I find the top collections based on the last 15 minutes of volume. The first thing I do is whatever volume is crazy right now, so last 15 minutes volume, Blast Penguins are being traded like crazy. We'll go over here and we're gonna go and buy the top 3. These are the cheapest ones that are available right now. I would go ahead and click buy. I'd buy 3 of these items and then I would go over to bids and I would put in bids for another 3 to 5 items on whatever the closest bid price is to the floor price. So right now the floor price is 18.25. I would bid 0.18. You can see the size is absolutely astronomical. There's a ton of people bidding a ton of ETH. Well, there's not that many people actually. 183 bidders bidding 6,600 ETH. That's a ton of money, but that's because bids are gonna count towards your Blast gold allocation. So people are just farming this like crazy. Go over here, place your bid, confirm bid. Okay, then under portfolio, you can see all the bids right now. You can see I currently have 4 bids open for 0.18 on Blast Penguins. Whatever you have in your pool balance is the max amount you can do per bid. You can do bids on multiple collections, but you're never gonna be able to go over what you have in your pool balance. So only put in your pool balance what you're willing to spend and what you're willing to bid on, because if they approve the bids, you will buy those NFTs. Then once I've placed my bids on a couple different collections, I'll go to inventory and I will go ahead and list all of the NFTs that I've just bought or bidded on. That way I can get them back out for roughly the same price that I bought them at, or maybe even a little bit of a profit. So you can see right here, I bought a bunch of Blast Frogs. I bidded on all these and I guess they all filled today. Earlier today, they all filled. And then I listed all these on a ladder. I did 0.01, 0.011, 0.012, you get it all the way up. I don't know if these are gonna sell. If they don't sell within a few days, what I'll usually do is come back and then just accept whatever the highest bid is. Now on this collection, because it's a very cheap collection, there's not any top bids. So I'd have to go and sell these on the market, but basically every few days, if things haven't sold from putting them on the listings near the floor price, I usually will go and accept the highest offer or list it a little bit lower because we do want to get these sold at some point. I want to do volume. I want to do bids, buys, and sells. I don't want to hold these forever because we're not generating volume, we're not generating liquidity on the market. I don't think we're gonna get as many blast points and blast gold for just holding these super long, but it would be good to hold them for a few days to show that you actually have held things for a little bit. We're doing this every single day right now on multiple different collections. I do have some like Pack Wrecked Blastopians where I do not have a list price. You can see there are no list prices for these because these ones I want to hold right now in my wallet so I can add them to my deck over here and make sure I have a chance to win that blast jackpot, because I do think that's going to be more efficient than actually selling these straight away. If I don't have them in my deck, I can't win that jackpot. The flip side is once these get picked, if they do get picked, the floor prices on these will probably drop pretty hard. So we are going to have to make some money back there. You could go over on Wasabi and short these short Blastopians because you can do that. I'm personally not doing that. I'm not going to hedge my bet. I'm going to keep them and know that I might lose a little bit of money on the flip, but I will earn that back in gold, and gold is what we're chasing here. So that's my strategy with Blur. The other 3 ways that I'm farming aggressively for more gold are Fantasy Top, Insert, and District 1. I've made videos on all 3 of these things, but the quick rundown is on Fantasy Top, I'm basically just trying to enter tournaments and win gold. You can see I've won 5 gold in the first tournament, and in the second tournament, I actually did even better. I ranked 2,000 out of 18,000 people. We'll see how many cards, gold, and ETH I get out of this tournament, but I did actually rank up to silver tournament because I ranked so high in this tournament. I do want to try to flip these to earn more on cards that I think are overvalued, but also keep really good cards so I can keep entering tournaments and winning the prizes because they have a ton of gold to give away here. Fantasy has 700,000 gold to give away. So there's going to be a lot of gold given away in those tournaments, and I want to try to have my best chance to win those. Now that I'm in Silver League, I can get even higher prizes. So this is the first way that I'm farming blast gold over here on Fantasy Top. The second way is over on Insert. I've talked about this before, but if you use my referral code, you're actually going to get more gold than you'd get if you don't use a referral code. So make sure you use the referral code down below. The link's down in the description. You're going to go over here and you can come over to this page and you can spin. This is basically just a like slot machine where you can come and spin to win different things. I can win mint. Most of the time you will win mint. And as we saw earlier in the video, I have about 300,000 mint that I'm holding, hoping that mint might get picked as the token for the jackpot and blast gold as well. So that's going to be another double whammy here. Not only can I win prizes, but I can hold that mint token and hope I can win the jackpot there as well. And they also have given away a ton of gold. They've given away 400,000 gold on Insert. I've actually gotten, as you can see right here in the video right now, I've actually gotten over 107 gold just from spinning on Insert so far, which has been really good ROI for me. It is 0.01 ETH per spin, and you will not get it back, but we're basically using that to try to win more mint tokens or maybe even win some cool prizes. They have different prizes like NFTs, Rolexes, all different crazy stuff, pudgy penguins, and we can actually go ahead and redeem that mint token over here. We can redeem it to ETH. I currently have probably about 0.4 ETH worth of mint token, so I can redeem that at any time when I want to as well. The final way I'm aggressively farming blast gold is over on District 1. And as I talked about in the video, you can go over and vote each day. You can vote 6 times, which will get you 500 gems per vote. You can see right here, that is going to be 3,000 gems per day every 24 hours. Then you'll want to go over to different spaces. The one I go to is Pack Moon because it has the most gems. It just so happens we can do a rally right now. Boom, we'll click rally, and in 3 minutes, we're going to actually get the next gem drop. What will happen is gems will pop over here. We'll click claim, and then usually, even though we only rally for 200 gems, we will usually make between 1,000 and 4,000 gems back. Every 2 hours, there's new rallies. You can do 4 rallies a day as long as you have linked up. My link to link up is down below in the description as well if you haven't joined District 1 yet. And this is another way that I'm farming. So you farm gems, and then at the end of the current epic, however many gems you have is going to convert to a certain amount of blast gold, and that will give you more gold here as well. So I'm also aggressively farming on District 1. All day long, I have this up on my screen, and anytime there's a space every 2 hours, it happens every odd hour. So right now, this one's going to be at 3:15 p.m. for me, and we will be able to get some more gems that way, and hopefully that gold airdrop for those gems will be really good. That's going to happen in the next couple days, so if you watch this video, go over and do this if you haven't yet. It's totally worth it. Okay, there you go. That is the complete guide on blast gold and the blast airdrop. You can see that there are 6 more multipliers yet to come. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a big thumbs up on this video because it took me a long time to put together, and it really does help me out for the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll make sure to help you guys out. If you want to join my private membership group, that's mattscrypto.com. We have 150 members in there that are all doing really well in these airdrops, and I can answer you guys immediately all day, 24/7 on any questions you have with this airdrop as well in that private membership group. And definitely watch this video right here if you haven't yet. You don't want to miss it.